Yes, it's the morning. Yes, it's very early in the morning. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. Yes, my hair looks absolutely horrendous, but I've just read my comment section and I have to make a video. I have to. So yeah, I've just made the most amazing coffee in the entire universe, guys. If you're not going to take my advice about driving, you need to make this coffee, right? I made this on holiday for the first time. It's a real coffee, black, okay? Then you add this, 2 huge spoonfuls, depending on your cup, and then you add this, yeah? It's so damn good. It's so damn good. It's honestly, you have got to try this. Oh man, I could sell this. I am telling you. Right, let's get on to it. I haven't even been able to dress. I'm feeling that intensely passionate about what I'm about to say. Guys, telling people online that you only need 6 hours of driving lessons, yeah? No. Basically, it's unless you have had previous experience and you've ridden a motorbike, or you've been brought up with cars because you're racing them, or you've been brought up and you've basically driven tractors around, yeah? All right, yeah, okay. Or you've had previous experience. But a normal person who has never driven before, they have never sat in the front seat and no. All right. If we let people go to their tests with 6 hours, and we took this commenter's idea that after 6 hours, the world sky would turn black, bats would fly around instead of birds, vampires would be in charge of the cities. It would be an anime, basically. It would, there would be like coffins and just things coming out of the coffins, and it would just be normal. Guys, you can't. I mean, no. All right. So I know that I don't mind about the commenters making comments like this, because it's so ridiculously stupid and outrageous, right, that it's actually mildly funny. However, what I do worry about is an innocent sort of person reading it, and nobody else in their family drives, and they're trying to learn how to drive, and then they see comments like, oh, you should be ready after 6 hours or whatever. And I worry about that. Yeah, I don't really mind about the comment that much, because it's so utterly, this person's probably doesn't have a car anyway. They probably can't drive for whatever reason. Maybe they can't get it. Maybe they don't understand how to do it, so they just attack, yeah, or make jokes. Or maybe they're just causing a scene just to get you to interact with it, which, that's another thing. But what I'm concerned about is sort of innocent people reading that and thinking that that's actually have some truth in it, yeah, and it's not. Right, let's just talk about a normal person who's never ever driven before, ever in their lives. They've never sat in the front seat, and they're sat in a huge car, yeah. It will feel very big. On your first lesson, you're going to sit in it and it's going to feel flipping massive, yeah. And you're in control of this box on wheels that just goes in any direction that it wants. Yeah, you are in control of not hurting yourself, the car, or anyone else, or causing damage to property where you will have to pay, or breaking any laws that could put you in prison. 6 hours, yeah? No. Right? Unless you've got previous experience, like I said. Guys, this is a typical, and I mean typical. Obviously, people at different levels if they've had previous experience, but a typical person who's learning how to drive, I will pick them up. Now, they can't drive from their home because we'll crash, okay? So I need to drive them somewhere safe. Now, I'm going to try and take them to the quickest place, yeah, because of cost and money, but maybe that's going to take 10 minutes. Now, I need to get them there, and then I need to drive them back. So that's 20 minutes of the lesson taken from me driving, okay? Now, I can talk to them on the way about this is the steering technique, so I can try and teach them whilst I'm getting them to the safe place, yeah? So, and I will do that because of the cost, right? So I'll talk about the pull push steering, and I'll show them how to do it to get to the location or whatever, or maybe some gear changing. I'll explain that. Now, when we get there, this person will sit in the front and be like giggling and nervous or whatever, or like just a little bit overwhelmed because they're now sat in the front. Yeah, they don't even know how to change the chair. They don't know where any of the buttons are. They've got no idea where the lights are. They don't know how where the indicator is. They don't know how to squirt water on the windscreen or use windscreen wipers. Yeah, they certainly don't know about any of the pedals, how to set up their feet properly, which foot uses what. Yeah, what they do, the clutch. Yeah, so the clutch and the gearbox, they don't know how to use the gearbox. They don't know what the gears are. They don't know which gear is used for what. Yeah, this is the first lesson. Yeah, then moving off from the side of the road. Yeah, okay, we might be able to move off from the side of the road in this quiet place that we're in. But long term, moving off from the side of the road could be on a busy road. It might be on a hill, might be downhill. There may be that we're pulled up on the left and we're disturbing traffic, so people behind us have to stop. They need to learn how to deal with that. We could be on a road where we're stopped and people are overtaking us. We need to learn about the blind spots. Yeah, we need to pull off without stalling and jerking and having bunny hop driving. Yeah, so we need to learn the speed of the biting point. We need to know what the biting point is. What is the biting point? What's that, Roz? Okay, well, let me show you some pictures, yeah? That's, guys, an hour, right? Might be able to move off and stop a couple of times. If the person is really, really, really good, might be able to turn left. Maybe, yeah. First lesson gone. So we've got 5 lessons left now, according to this person, yeah. So I go and pick them up on the next one, yeah. Travel down there. Oh, forgot. Getting too passionate. Oh. Has this got caffeine in it? Oh, it's so good. I'm telling you guys, you have to have this. I'm sorry I look like this morning. I'll have to put a filter on myself. Then I go and pick them up on their second lesson, yeah? I still drive because, you know, we wouldn't make it, yeah? We wouldn't make it otherwise, yeah? And the student's nervous as well. Get to the second lesson, recap. Oh yeah, this is a clutch. Oh yeah, that's a biting point. Oh yeah, that's how I stall. Oh, I forgot, yeah, I move my foot slower than this, yeah? Oh gosh, you know, oh yeah, I've got to check my mirror. Oh yeah, I have to check my blind spot for people overtaking. I've just moved off with no blind spot because I totally forgot. Yeah, we're on our second hour now. Yeah, they're forgetting their blind spot to just move away. We're stalling repeatedly, potentially, yeah, still, maybe. Maybe we're turning left today. I need to teach them how to steer now. Sometimes people can organically steer, and I'll check that. Can they just steer around the corner, or do I need to teach them pull push steering? Point of turn, who's got priority? Yeah. What if there's a pedestrian there? What if there's a bike there? What if there's parked cars around the corner? Are we allowed to cross the lines? They need to learn all of this stuff, yeah? When we go into the turn, is it uphill immediately? Are we going to stall? Do we need to change gear? Yeah, we haven't even done any gear changing yet. It's on gear. We're on lesson 2, yeah? Yeah, maybe we can turn right, you know, maybe. But I think I'd rather do T-junctions turning left if I could do it, because we've already started left turns. Then we need to learn about open and closed junctions. What's an open and closed junction? Oh, it's the end of the road. You can see or you can't see. We can't just pull out. What do the lines at the end of the road mean? You know, on this open and closed junction, give way, stop, yeah? Is it unmarked? What does that mean? Who's got priority if there's no markings on the floor? Who's got priority about these pedestrians? How do I steer? Where do I look? Do you need to target focus? What does that mean? It means that you need to look really far ahead. Oh, right. How do I steer? I don't understand how much this... Guys, 6 hours, come on. Now, I know that the comment is silly. They're either too young, or they're trying to make like a rift, or they're trying to just be funny. Yeah, or they don't drive, or they can't drive, and they're a bit jealous, yeah? I don't know. Something's going on, but I don't really care about the commenter, because I mean, when you're in the job, you kind of just know that that's just silly. I mean, it is just silly, right? And there's no way that a normal person, it's just no way. But the reason why I've released this video in my pajamas with this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful specimen of a coffee is because I worry about the people who don't know about driving, and they read the comments and they're nervous and they think that they should be further along down the line. I had a student once who she didn't take to driving that well, and we'd had quite a few lessons, and because she needed them, right? But she booked her test, and it was a scary book, right? She booked it, and I was thinking, oh, you know, this isn't right. So, but she booked it. This was years and years and years ago, and I just said, okay, we need to work really hard. Okay, we need to work really, really hard. And then she just cancelled them all. She just cancelled them all. I think her boyfriend was telling her that she didn't need any more, even though he'd never seen her drive. And I just said to her, what's going on? Like, you're never going to pass. Then you're never going to pass. You have to do. And she's like, I've had enough driving lessons. She fails. Of course she does. Okay, it was very, very stressful. I think she had a lot of pressure from her boyfriend. And of course she failed. I mean, it wouldn't have been safe, guys, yeah? Anyway, so she booked another test, and then we worked a little bit more. And we got her to a sort of safe place. This was a long time ago. And she passed that test, okay? But I had a call from her a couple of years afterwards, and she was freaking out. She just didn't know what she was doing. She was so petrified, guys. It's lifelong stuff you're talking about here. It's not, I mean, you know, what kind of personality have you got? If I gave you your license today, are you all right with that? Are you okay with me giving you your license and just saying, yeah, you've passed, don't worry about it. Here, just have it. Some people, even if they get it and they pass, they'll crumble and fall to pieces. They will, because they will make a mistake and get beeped at, or they'll have an accident, or they'll cause an accident, and they'll just fall to pieces. And it's you know, all right, I got my test, yeah, I passed, but feeling like a little bit of an imposter now, feeling like I shouldn't be here, making mistakes where people are beeping me and shouting at me and swearing at me. This person, let's just say this person who says you have 6 hours and you go to your test, does drive. I don't understand why he'd want somebody to drive towards him with only 6 hours experience. Let's just say he's bought himself a Subaru, because that's who I think I'm talking about. Subarus are cool, yeah. It's just that you've got to be a young person to have a Subaru, I think. Unless you're like really into kind of like a special car. But I think a young person would have a Subaru most of the time, yeah? Scooby-Doo, yeah? But I don't think that a Subaru, this Subaru driver is going to want somebody coming towards them with only 6 hours experience, or parking next to them in a car park, or driving towards them on a 60-mile-an-hour road, or trying to overtake them on a 60-mile-an-hour road, or using the magic roundabout in Swindon with each other. I think that the Subaru driver is going to start to have a massive issue with this, and might be a bit angry when the 6 hour like drives into you. You haven't got your Scooby-Doo anymore, yeah? I mean, it's just silly, yeah? Like, when it's just silly. And I know that, and all driving instructors who are like watching me in my pajamas now going, yeah, she's right. You know, that's ridiculous. But the thing is, we know that, and actually sensible learners who are watching this know that as well. But it's the people who, maybe the people pleasers who are watching these videos, and they go to the comment section and they think, oh, I should be passing my test in 6 hours. No, I just want to make this video, which will get lost. It will get lost into the ether. You know, this video will disappear, and I'll have to make another one in like a few months' time, just to remind people that you need more than 6 hours lessons, yeah. I always think, if I would let this person drive my children around, then they're a good driver. And I'm not going to let somebody drive my children around after 6 hours. Are you going, oh, you want to take my kids to Alton Towers? That's so sweet of you. But no, I'd rather walk. How long is that going to take? 12 hours. I'll see you there.